Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube, and on TikTok, and on Twitter, if you want. It's that time of the month again, it's time for my hits and shits of whatever this month is. What's the month? What's the day? August. Hits and shits of August. These are products that I've liked or enjoyed or loved, and products that just kind of like missed the mark for me completely. As with every month, I like to introduce you to a creator that I personally have been loving the last month as well. Today we have Ramón, who I'd like to introduce you in a little bit, if you don't already know him. Let's jump straight into it, and I'm going to start off with the hits for the month. I have a bit of a dupe that I'm going to start off with. I have been talking about how much I love the Kate Somerville Delicate Recovery Serum, which is great for irritated, damaged skin. A lot of people are saying it's a little bit pricey. It is really pricey and probably the most expensive skincare I've bought in a long time, but it is really very good. But one product I've been using, you'll see a fair bit over the last couple of weeks, is the Ampoule N Ceramide Shot Ampoule. I'm still kind of like, it's only been like 3 and a bit weeks really, so I'm still kind of in the, what's the word, the experimenting stage, but I feel like this is a really great alternative. Ampoule N Ceramide Shot Ampoule. So as the name suggests, this contains ceramides. It contains 3 different types of ceramide, cholesterol and glycerin, all things that are really good for helping repair a damaged skin barrier. We have beta-glucan and allantoin as well, really soothing. I love allantoin in like anything that I can get my hands on for soothing any damaged, irritated skin. We also have niacinamide in here as well, skin brightening, good for those little breakouts as well. I'm really liking this. It's still a little bit pricey, what I would consider pricey, around $25, I believe. But you get so much, like so much in there. It's a heavy bottle. It's definitely bigger than the Delicate Recovery Serum. But yeah, I've actually been using this over the Delicate Recovery Serum only because I've been wanting to try it and see if it is a good dupe. But yeah, I absolutely love this. It's been really good. Another hit for me, while we're talking about serums and ampoules, is the Glossier Super Pure Niacinamide Plus Zinc Serum. There's really nothing too special about this other than it's a nice niacinamide serum. I believe it's 5% niacinamide, which is all you need for your niacinamide to be effective. It's just a nice light texture. You got your zinc as well in here, so good for regulating sebum production. But yeah, it's just all you really need from a niacinamide serum. Obviously, like niacinamide plus zinc serum, it's something like The Ordinary does and now pretty much every brand has. I favour the formulation of this over The Ordinary one. The Ordinary one can be a little bit sticky if you use too much, and there's a very fine line between enough and too much with that serum, whereas this one, watery texture, goes on the skin perfectly and plays with other serums products perfectly as well. My shit for the month, I'm really disappointed about this because I heard so many good things about this, and a lot of people online whose opinions I trust and really respect love this. This is the Anessa Ultimate Beauty Sunscreen, SPF 50 plus PA4 pluses. I got 2 versions of this and I dislike both of them. For me, it's a very good sunscreen. Like it goes on perfectly clear, completely clear. What I don't like about this is the texture after. It's got this like velvety but somewhat kind of grainy texture. I know it sounds really weird, but when you put it on your skin, it's like very fine like flour. No, I'm explaining this so bad. It's got a texture that I don't like on my skin. It dried out my skin. As someone who's oily, it did leave me feeling quite dry. And I feel like you're going to get this with the chemical-based sunscreen filters, is that it could potentially just sting your skin and kind of like irritate your skin a little bit. Unfortunately, this one did. It broke me out in tiny little spots on the forehead. It just didn't work for me, and I'm really disappointed because other than that, it's a perfectly good sunscreen that I would still recommend people to try. But if you have like a lot of sensitivity to chemical sunscreens, this may not be the one for you. I usually love like the Japanese sunscreens. I think they're so good. Like Korea and Japan have their sunscreens down. They have that watery formulation, like that non-intrusive watery formulation down. I'm wondering, like, I use this at like a difficult time in my skin's life where it was healing. So I'm going to hold on to this and give it another go when I feel like my skin is like fully repaired, which is soon. But saying that, I'm getting IPL on my rosacea soon. So I'm going to keep hold of this. And I feel like I'm going to try it, maybe in winter. No, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe with a thicker moisturizer, this might be okay. So as I mentioned every month, as well as introducing you to my favourite skincare products of the month, I'd like to introduce you to a creator that I've been loving throughout the month. And I'm going to hand you over to Ramón.
Hello, James. Hi guys, my name's Ramon, aka Glow by Ramon, here on YouTube and Instagram, and thank you to James for inviting me to talk about my hit and my shit for the month of August. Before I get into it, I just want to say I am an oily, acne-prone skin individual, and that's going to be talking about the reasons why these are my hits and my shits for the month of August. My hit for the month of August is this. This is the liquid gold from a brand called Stratia, and essentially this is just supposed to be a skin barrier maintaining, restoring, protecting, moisturizing cream. This has all the qualities that skin barrier repairing moisturizers have, like fatty acids, cholesterol, ceramides, but it doesn't sit heavy on the skin. This is a very oily skin friendly, rich moisturizer, if that makes sense. On top of that, it has niacinamide, which on top of offering brightening benefits, niacinamide is also a great skin barrier ingredient. It has Buckthorn Oil, which is another ingredient that's actually really great for oily skin. It helps to balance out your skin's like moisture levels. So it helps to kind of control oil and shine while maintaining your skin's moisture altogether. What I love about this though is that, again, it is that really rich cream moisturizer characteristic, but it feels so lightweight. It's basically like a gel moisturizer. So at night, my skin's really nourished. It has the moisturizing factors it needs, but even during the day, during the summer here in Chicago, I could use this underneath sunscreen and my skin's not going to feel heavy. It's not going to feel drowned. It's not going to feel like it's getting congested. So this is a huge standout product for me for that reason. As an oily skin person, I use a lot of actives. I do a lot of treatments, but first and foremost, skin barrier health is a #1 factor for me. You have to maintain your skin barrier for everything else in your routine to work. And so this is a staple in my routine for that reason. Also, this smells a little funky, but we can look past that. And then my shit for the month of August. This is a Pipette broad spectrum mineral sunscreen SPF 50. One of the main fixtures on my channel is I do mineral sunscreen reviews, and it's under my brown skin friendly sunscreen series where I test mineral sunscreens that make bold claims about leaving no white cast on brown skin. And Pipette has the biggest call out on my channel thus far, primarily because they just had a lot of advertisements that everyone was getting on Instagram of this family of 4 beautiful black women applying the sunscreen and Pipette claiming, oh look, sheer, no ghostly white cast. Seriously. First and foremost, the family is literally putting on a pea-sized amount. They're literally putting on this much sunscreen, working that in, claiming no white cast, which it actually does leave a white cast. But secondly, the irony is that they actually recommend put on a generous amount, and they're showing this family not doing so. Not only are they perpetuating the misinformation that you only need a pea-sized amount of sunscreen, which is false, you need to apply a generous amount to receive the protection on a sunscreen, but also they're perpetuating the misconception that if you're a deeper skin individual, you don't need to wear that much sunscreen, which they're blatantly advertising on everyone's Instagram. So for that reason alone, plus the fact that this was not oily skin friendly and this left a very overt cast, this is a shit for the month of August for me. Thanks again, James, for having me on your channel, for letting me talk about my hits and my shits for the month of August. And make sure to check out my socials. Again, I'm Glow by Ramon on IG and YouTube. Subscribe, like, follow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, honestly. Please check out all of Ramon's Instagram, social, everything down in the description box and the pinned comment. But that's it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.